This is Professor Antonio S. Marajas, and this is Advanced Digital Technique. Our discussion for today is about memories. So, we define memories as a section of a computer where the programs and data are stored before calculations begin. It is equivalent to billions of registers, each register storing a binary word. Now, there are two basic types of memories. You have the primary memories, or sometimes called the internal memories, and these are RAM and ROM, or random access memory, and the read-only memory. And the other one is the secondary memory, or sometimes called the external memory, an example of which is your hard drive, flash drive, CD, and others. Okay, so these are the two basic types of memory. Okay, so we go now first to our primary memory. In this particular case, the read-only memory, or ROM. ROM is equivalent to a group of registers. Again, it is equivalent to a group of registers, each registers permanently storing a binary word. Okay? By applying the right control signals, we can read the word stored in any register. Again, take note that ROM is equivalent to a group of registers. And it could be, when you say group of registers, it could be in millions or billions of registers. And by applying the right control signal or the address, for example, on a particular register, we can read the content of a particular register and make it appear at the output terminal of your read-only memories. For example, if you have a particular address, which addresses register R sub 1,025,000, then the content of that particular register can be shown at the output, or can be read at the output of your read-only memories. Again, the ROM permanently stores a binary word. Okay, so for example, when you turn on your computer, for example, na kay mga makita nga mga characters, no, mga pila ka unsayang memory, and so on, what type of computer you have, and so on and so forth, no. And these are actually stored in your read-only memories. These are data which are permanently stored in your read-only memories. For example, also in your cell phone, when you turn on your cell phone, there are characters that can be found in your cell phone, and those are data which are permanently stored in your read-only memories. Okay, so ROM, dili siya pwedeng masudlan og virus, because you can only read the content of a particular register in your ROM, but you cannot write. Meaning to say, ang virus magod, pwede mo gunato na siyang i-write into a particular register atong i-load dito sa particular register. But this time, your ROM will not allow it, because you cannot write into your read-only memories. Okay, so katong mga data nga nakastore sa imong ROM, permanent to siya, gi-kuan to siya, no, gi-program to siya daan sa particular nga manufacturing company which produces read-only memories, no. Kani nga mga data pod, mao po ni siya ang gihatag sa mga nanginahanglan o ROM, no, kanang for example, the Acer company wants this particular data stored in the ROM, no, so it becomes permanent, dili siya pwedeng mailisan. That is how ROM works. Okay, so what we have here is an example of a diode ROM with on-chip decoding. Okay, so we have here the diodes, and then this one here is what we call the on-chip decoding, which uses inverter and AND gates. Okay, so this is how it works. For example, if you want if your address, for example, A sub 2, A sub 1, A sub 0 here is equivalent to 0, 0, 0. So what will happen is that this is A sub 2 is 0, A sub 1 is 0, and A sub 0 is also 0. 0 will pass here, so that means that this is 0, this is also 0, the AND gate will produce 0, another AND gate will produce a 0. Whereas here, when a 0 passes through an inverter, the output here of one of your AND gate is 1. This one here, it passes through an inverter again, the 0. It becomes 1. Inverted again here, becomes 1. So the output of this particular AND gate here, which is represented by register R sub 0, will produce an output which is equal to 1, because all inputs here of your AND gate is equal to 1. So if this is equal to 1, that means that this particular line here and this line here are not connected. So if the output of your AND gate is 1, then it will pass, since they are not connected, that means that the output here of D sub 3 will be equal to 0. Whereas in this particular line here, this line and this line here, you have an inverter. I mean a diode component. So if there is a 1 that passes through here, the diode becomes forward bias. So the current will flow here, and the output D sub 1 will D sub 2 will produce a 1. And so as this one here, forward bias, the output D sub 1 is 1. Excuse me. Then here you have the output, you have a diode here, then forward bias, the output here will be equal to 1 also. So the output here of your read-only memory will be 0, 1, 1, 1, which is this particular output. Okay, so that the output, again, by the way, the output of your ROM is represented by D sub 3, D sub 2, D sub 1, and D sub 0. So this is what is meant by our definition previously about ROM, no? By applying the right control signal here, that is the address, you can read the content of a particular register, in this particular case, register R sub 0, to be read at the output terminal of your read-only memories, in this particular case represented by D3, D2, D1, and D sub 0. So only this particular AND gate will provide an output of 1, while the rest of this AND gate will produce 0. Okay? So that is what is meant by the note here. The address of the word is the same as the subscript of the register storing that word. What does it mean? That means that the address of this particular register here, for example, address is 000, okay, that is the address. It is the same as the subscript of the register, R sub 0, because 000 here is equivalent to 0 in decimal value. So that is equivalent to the subscript of register R sub 0, which contains the binary word 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so here it says if the address is A2, A1, A sub 0 is 0, 0, 0, then the output D3, D2, D1, and D sub 0 is 0, 1, 1, 1 here, which is actually the content of register R sub 0. So if you have millions of registers inside your ROM or read-only memories, by addressing by applying the right control signal or address, you can read the content of a particular register, no? The word stored in a particular register on that particular address. Okay, So another example, let's say if A2, A1, and A sub 0 is 1, 0, 1. So this one here, A2 is 1, A1 is 0, A sub 0 is 1. So 1, 0, 1. What particular register is being addressed here? That is register what? R sub 5. The register R sub 5. Let us see. If this is 1, so directly connected here, so that means that this AND gate will produce a 1. One of the terminal will produce a 1. Then you have 0. It passes through an inverter. Then it becomes 1 here also. Then you have A sub 0 is 1. 1 also. So the output of this particular AND gate is 1. So you have the output becomes, there is a diode here, so it becomes 1. Then no diode, 0, 0, and then you have 1. Okay, so that is the output of your read-only memories. Okay, so the content or the address of the word is the same as the subscript of the register storing that particular word. Okay, so if you want to store a particular binary word inside your read-only memories using a particular machine, all you have to do is to place a diode, no? If you have, for example, 0, no diode here. If you have 1, 1, 1, then there will be a diode here connected, diode, another diode. So with kung naay diode, that means it is 1. Kung walay diode, that is equal to 0. So that is how to store a binary word inside your diode ROM with on-chip decoding. Okay? So only one gate here will produce an output of 1 every time there is address here specified in the values of A sub 2, A sub 1, and A sub 0. Now, this particular diode ROM with on-chip decoding is actually represented by this symbol here. You have an 8x4 read-only memories. Sa pasabot ani. This means that this ROM can store 8 binary words, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 binary words with 4 bits per word. 1, 2, 3, 4 bits per word. So you have an 8x4 ROM. Okay? So this is how what is meant by this particular symbol here. Okay, so what we have here is the general symbol of a read-only memory. No? So this is an M by N read-only memory. M stands for the number of binary words and N stands for the number of bits per word. Okay, so you have the address and your output of your ROM represented by D. So example, if you have a 64 by 8 ROM, what does it mean? So for example, question number 1. How many binary words can be stored in the memory? So how many binary words? That is M, number of binary words, that is equivalent to 64 binary words. So the next question is, how many bits per word are stored in each register? So you have here 8 binary bits per word. Okay? That is 64 by N. N stands for the number of bits per word. So that is equivalent to 8 bits per word. Then, question number 3. How many registers are needed by the ROM 64 by 8 ROM? No? How many registers are needed? So you need how many registers? 64 registers to store 64 binary words. And these registers are represented by R sub 0 to R63. Okay, the next question. How many bits does the output word has? So you have here 64 by 8. So you have 8 bits. Okay, 8 bits the output of your ROM. And that is represented by D7 to D sub 0. That is 8 binary bits. Question number 5. How many bits do we need for our address to satisfy our memory? So how many binary bits ang atong address? Okay? So the solution is this one here. You make a series of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 here. Then you represent it with the decimal equivalent. You have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay? So you add all of this, the decimal values, the equivalent is 63. Okay? So 63, you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 here, which is the maximum address. And you add here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, then you will have a total of 64. You have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, that is equivalent to 1 signal or 1 address, plus 63 addresses, you have 64 addresses. Okay, 64 binary words that can be addressed by this particular number of bits. So how many bits? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits. Okay, that's the answer here. 6 bits from A sub 5 to A sub 0. That will be your address here. Okay, so that is how your general symbol of your ROM works.